Hey, Sister Najee-Ullah of the Lord Science Temple, California Incorporated, and Califa Media. Uh, Today is August 8th? No, September 8th. Already September. September 8th, 2014. I just wanted to pop in real quick while I had a chance to pop in. Um, Please excuse my disheveled appearance. I just got finished cleaning up. And between all the other stuff that I'm doing, um, people ask me, how do you keep going? How do you do so much? My approach is the more, and I find it a lot of success with it, the more I adhere to the rules of nature and honor my mother and my father, without letting ego interfere and letting society tell me what they think I should be doing. Um, the more I do what women do, the more I can do the stuff I want to do. That might be something that women want to do as well, but it's a recharge. Okay, it's like just what is that, Aquaman? How does he get recharged? You got to go back in the water for a minute, right? My water is housework, cooking, cleaning, la la la. Anyway, I had ice cream trucks. Excuse me. Um, since I was cleaning, I thought, okay, since I'm in that mood and that spirit, I guess, let me go online and talk about house cleaning because time was when I knew not, I guess, um, because I'll be honest, I've been a neat freak all my life. Okay, I always had the clean side of the room, and my mother was a Muslim, so she kind of beat that into it, or she encouraged us to learn how to be clean and upright. And my father was insistent that when a Muslim was around, you should be able to tell because stuff should sparkle and be growing all over the place. So, I'm going to hold on to that and just change that from Muslim to Muslim. I don't think he mind. But anyway, since I was in the mode of cleaning, I decided to speak on cleaning and how to keep a Muslim home. You know, I grew up in one, and now I am honored to be running one. And I like to say that, not think, I know it. I like to say that I keep a very good home. Okay, people always coming over and falling asleep, not because they're bored, because it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's clean, and when it's clean, it's calm. I do some other stuff to add into that, like smudging, and I burn incense because I love incense. And I could keep food cooking. That adds to it. The energy. The energy is all about the energy. But I start with a clean base. Okay, keep your house clean. You do not want to be that sister that when somebody says, "Oh, I'm going over sister such and such house," and the other sisters who've been over there, you can tell which ones have been over there because they make that nasty look, that screw face, right? You've been to those houses. I pride myself. I know pride go before the fall, but if you put in the work, you should be able to take a little bit of pride. I'm not taking credit because all praise is due to Allah. I'm taking a little bit of pride in having a touchable home. You probably can guess what I mean by touchable, as in when I look at the sideboards or the frames of the doors, there's not stuff, mystery glue stuck to the frame of the door, okay, in all colors. And usually, me, when I go places, I have a small child. He's getting out of that phase, but he's still there. Well, I look at the frames to see, okay, what are the people? Are there any people your height in the house, and what have they left behind that I need to make sure you don't touch? I'll make sure that's not an issue in my home. Okay. Um, some people say it's going a little overboard. No, it's not. It's really not. Think about it. If you've ever looked at an apartment and you've walked into those model homes, they're clean, right? It's not just that nobody lives there, but they're clean. When you first move into your apartment, that's like the best part about it. It's clean, right? But anyway, too many people make too light of that, in my opinion. right? Because, like I said, I've been to sisters' houses where, there was gunk on the walls. Um, you don't want to be that just a minute chick. You always got to be excusing some mess. It's like, Dad, you excused the mess last time I came over. Oh, I work. Anyway, I was a single mother of three, half an hour to drop the children off the babysitter, another half hour to get to work in a car. Okay, it was a long drive, no driving because I was up early. Came home, cooked, and cleaned. People always trying to say they ain't got time to clean. You got time to make a mess? I'm never home. So who's making the mess? Excuses, and then it's like, yes, at first it does. It's not fun. But in my experience, as you get into it, it's like, okay, this has to be done. All right. And the result is a calm home. Because if it's clean, it's clear, right? So you're absorbing your surroundings, okay? And your surroundings are pristine. They don't have to be perfect. Nasty and untidy are two different things. I'm talking about nasty, all right? Tidy just means you just got to pick something up. Nasty means you need to break out some soap and some brushes, please. Okay, do it for yourself, and then the people around you will appreciate it, and hopefully, Allah willing, they'll chip in. But even if they don't, me personally, that's woman's work. I like it. Um, and an aside, please don't be that sister that's going around telling one thing and doing something else. Because look how I'm talking, right? Oh, that's your day's work to clean up. But every time I go to your house, you got to clean up. I don't say, give me a minute. I say, come on in. That's one less thing to think about. And it's all about maintenance also, right? Once you only got to clean up once and then do your best to keep it clean, okay? Um, excuse me if I sound like I'm going off. I'm gonna blame it on the stars. No, but no. Like I said, there's too many people going around claiming to be too many things. They're not showing improvement. Okay, so I'm gonna show improve. I'm not gonna take you on a tour of my home. I can guarantee it's clean. You can ask anybody that's come over here. It's clean, and every time they come over, they just come on in. And it's all I do is keep it that way. I have 3 children in the house. It's a mark of pride. It's like a man who can bring home the bacon, right? You know, what place, if you're blessed enough to have someone, that you're residing with or whatever, where is he gonna put it? That's your job. His job is inside. Your job, his job is outside. Your job is inside. That goes back so far. I mean, way back. If you look at Egyptian paintings, the wife is depicted. The wife. She's a wife because she's light skinned compared to her husband. It's not that they were marrying Albion or anything. It was a denotation of her interior lifestyle. Okay, and he was all tan because he was out there getting the stuff that she was inside maintaining for him. And it's a pretty sweet deal. If I keep the house clean, I get to stay in the house. I can't go nowhere to pay for it. That's your job. If I cook the food, I get to eat. Once again, I'm busy cleaning, now cooking. That's your job. But that's Surah 4. I can't remember which ayat, but it's right there that man has been given and endowed with certain talents so he can provide for you. What you gonna be doing all day? You could sit around, but what fun? That's no fun. Make a difference. Clean your house, right? Be a good example for your children. Be a good example for your community. Oh, that sister, her house. Or ooh, that sister, ooh. Oh or ooh. Anyway, I have with me Moslem Girls Training Guide. All right, now that I've given my longer than expected introduction. This is available califamedia.com access full site, or you can click, there's pictures all over the place. You click right on the picture, it'll take you straight to the order site. And it's also available in ebook. You have to get the ebook off the site because apparently, and I tried it, this is not a guess, I actually tried it. This is public domain. It's readily available on the internet. Okay, this has been published for those who like. I like books. Yes, I could have printed this off the internet. You know, I could have kept the Xerox copy that I had. That wasn't sufficient. You know, when I look at my bookcase, I like to see this. You know, not folded up paper or card stuff. You know, it's knowledge. It's like dressing up your teacher. Is your teacher gonna wear rags or a nice suit? You know, I like my teachers. I don't even leave books on the floor if I can help it. Oh, excuse me. As soon as I say it. Anyway, so information in this book is available online. There's a lot of information in this book though, and it's in different places. I've actually found it all over the place, and now it's been gathered here. This is the abridged version, extremely abridged, by Sister Augustus Day of the original Moorish Science Temple back in the Prophet's day. I say this is abridged respectfully because this was taken over by the Nation of Islam and used as their Muslim girls training guide. The Moors use it as their sisters auxiliary guide. The Muslim Nation of Islam, NOI calls it their Muslim girls training. That's why the book is titled Moslem Girls Training Guide. Divinely prepared for the Sisters Auxiliary of the Moorish Science Temple of America, with that's the Eunice heart, designed according to the Prophet's instructions, and I'll leave a link in my Evernote notebook. I'm gonna set up a free notebook for stuff that you should have. But my notes, like I said, I've said before, the information's free. My work is not. Okay, so this will be the Prophet's instructions on how to design this will be in there in the free folder. Anyway, NOI got a hold of it, and they used it as their Muslim girls training guide. Okay, they added to it since the nation started back in the 30s and late 30s and 40s, right? Sister Candace Shabazz has a copy of this available on Amazon.com. It's over 300 pages long. Okay, this one is short and sweet. Like, oh, okay, I'm on the go. I don't need to take my dictionary. I'd rather take my clip notes. All right. But yeah, nice book. And then, like I said, I'll make sure that the instructions on how to design it, they're in the book. Why the heart is the way it is. All about what the sisterhood is. Okay. But for today, I'm going to get to the house cleaning section of the book. And that is on page 33. If you want a copy of this immediately, like I said, it's available by going to CalifaMedia.com and access full site, and then right there at the top it should be a picture of the cover. You just click on the cover, or ebooks, even easier. CalifaMedia.com, access full site, and click on ebooks, and it's right there. I think it's like $3 if you just want the Kindle and iPad and e-reader friendly version of it until you order your hard copy. You know, thanks for your support. Anyway, it's not a chapter, it's page 33, how to keep a house. Okay. That's what I'm referring to. All right. Growing up, my mother had no problem waking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning on a school night, on a school day, or whatever you want to call it, because I didn't wash dishes. Okay. So, needless to say, I learned that lesson very quickly, and I've maintained it. And like I said, going to different houses, growing up, and being like that you just want to sit still feeling. No, I couldn't deal with it, so I refused to subject my visitors to that. And then I get a hold of this book, okay, and it just confirms it, right? Because for whatever reason, I never got a um, Muslim girls training guide. I think it was because we left our mosque before I was old enough to get one. But yeah, I mean, my mother practiced it though, and now here it is in writing. Been finding a lot of stuff that she's done that's in a book. A lot of the books she used. I'm wondering if she had a copy of this. Anyway, it says How to Keep a House. It's a 30-day program that will turn your house into a Moslem home. Okay, because you know there's a difference between a house and a home. It goes into welcome to the How to Keep Your House section. How to get rid of clutter. Okay. Um, Toys. Oh, I like that. Just my children. No, you do not bring your toys outside your room, or you will never see them again. Or I'll let you buy them from me. You can buy them back from me. So the living room stays pretty clean. All right. Um, it has a lot of good information. There's a whole section on how to keep your house clean. Obviously, that's something that's important. Um, Teaching children to help you, because like I just said, my mother had no problem waking me up at 4:30 in the morning to wash dishes, and then try to get back to sleep before I have to get up and go to school. All right. It was high school. She wasn't like dragging me out as no like second grader. It was high school. Okay. But yeah, I was a great roommate in college because my mother, she set the example, and then she made me follow it. If your children are slobs, lead by example. Or I guess I should say, are you leading by example? Be the change you want to see, and then watch what happens. Okay? Has what to do with paper. I don't know about your family, but I got the family members that have garbage bags full of paper. What's in there? I don't know. Why you still got it? I got to go through it. How long has it been there? A couple of years. This tells you why you don't need to be doing that. I like that. Don't pick up a piece of paper more than twice. That's good advice. If you ain't gonna do nothing else after that, every time you pick it up, toss it. Um, and it starts with day one on the 30-day plan on how to keep your house clean. It says arm yourself with garbage bags and take a deep breath. Throw out all unnecessary items. Okay, fine. Like I said, this section confirms stuff I grew up with. And in case you don't know, like, what is it that Moors do? What are our instructions? Because I think I said in another video, your house, your family is the first stage of nation building. If your house is out of order, what's your nation gonna look like? Okay, for real. The marriage is out of order. What's your nation gonna look like? If your children are disobedient, what's your nation gonna look like? So everything starts from the home. And like I said, even way back in the days of Kemet, right? Tamaray, whatever you want to call it, they depicted the women being light skinned because their job was to run the house. So if you think of it in that manner, are you seeing where I'm going with this? It's so vital that, wife, keep your house clean and look after your children. Because what's that? A house and children? Come on. That's the nation right there. The whole thing. So if it's sloppy and nasty, I read a wonderful book once. The name is really long, and I'm trying to put it together in my head. It was quotes from classical Chinese literature. The class was wonderful. The teacher was so boring. Thank goodness I kept the book. It was from ancient China, or not ancient, or one of the dynasties, right? And it was all men, of course, with this one woman. And she made it into the book. She made it into this collector's anthology of, quotable Chinese philosophers because of her treatise on housework, how to be a good wife. And she was like some duchess or something. She grew up well provided for, okay? And she was married. She was not a housewife, but for whatever reason, she did her research. And supposedly she was extremely learned. I'm gonna have to find her name. But yeah, she was like, you could tell the shoddy quality of the wife because her husband goes out with holes in his clothes, dirty shoes. Um, Her children are hungry, wondering when's the next meal. Her yard is unkept. I guess that's because the man is staying away, right? Because his job is on the outside. Well, can't blame the brother for staying away. What's there to come home to? And this is covered in here too. So while I'm at it, and I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. Other reason I came out with this. Congratulations to the Sisters of Moabites United, our September 2014 quarter Cost of Being Good winners, right? For all the work they've been doing from June, or the work they did June, July, and August, and now they're getting an award in September for going above and beyond in their fostering more sisterhood. They have a Moabitist retreat coming up May 5th, 2015. There's a video, I might have a day wrong. I think it's 3rd through 5th, yeah. And they're taking donations. They have a booster campaign going on. So for me, they got a shirt, might get another one. Show your support, because these sisters are trying to foster sisterhood, because they recognize how is this going to get resolved, this whole issue with the Moors. What's the prophet carrying? He ain't carrying a book. He's not carrying a flag. He's not carrying a treasure chest. Or, yes, he is. Anyway, that's that for that. So, sisters, keep your house clean. It's very attractive. Brothers are a trip, the stuff that they like. Just as confusing as we find them, y'all, they find us just as fascinating. Like, she made a meal. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? I could do that, You want to go somewhere where you don't have to wonder if your hand gonna just lift off or have to be peeled off. Don't be that sister. I won't say who it was, but I walked into one sister's kitchen once. You don't want to be that sister, or you might make it onto my video. Okay, anyway, Sisters Auxiliary Guide goes to a lot more than just keeping your house clean, but hey, that's a chapter, right? Chapters aren't numbered. It's just a guide, a quick reference book. Oh, I love it. It has note sections in it. Not the ebook version, of course, obviously. But you purchase it. Let me see if I can get that in there. Ah, there it is. It has a note section in it. That is how you write scholarly works, because you're supposed to take your notes right next to the information. So you don't have to be like, what did that go to? You're supposed to write in this. Right? But yeah, shout out to Brother Rami for doing a review. Thank you. Hooking it up, big spoons. We feed each other, right? He bigging me up, I'm bigging him up. Big spoons, right? I think that's it. So, I might have time to do another one. So, yeah, stay tuned for the next one, since I have it with me. Ooh, let me get this to be for it. Mom. See if I can get this right. Peace and love. See you when I see you.